Welcome back to Chem-O-Notes. If you are preparing for Set exam, you are in the right place. Today we'll be solving Paper 1, April 2024, Part 2. Already April 2024, Part 1 is uploaded. You can check the description, the links are given there. So go and watch those videos also. Even we have solved March 2023 and it has been solved in Part 1, Part 2 and Part 3. All the links are given in the description, or you can see even on the screen. So make sure that you watch the video till end, because we are not just solving the questions step by step, but I'll be telling you some tricks to solve the numericals. So grab your pen and notebook and let us start solving Part 2, April 2024. So the first question for Part 2 is question number 21. We are going to solve, that is, what is the arithmetic mean of the integers from 1 to 51, number 1 to 51? So basically such numericals are asked in most of the competitive exams. How they have to be solved, let me tell you the trick. Now if you start from 1, if you go on adding them 1, 2 plus 3 plus 4 and so on, because calculators are not allowed to you in such exams. First of all, you should know from 1 to 51 how many numbers are there. So basically if you see 51 minus 1, that is total number are 50, and if you count 1 in that, basically it is 51 number. So n here, number of digits, basically numbers, not digit, numbers are 51. Okay, total numbers are 51, 1 to 51. So n is 51. So if you have to find out the arithmetic mean, first of all you should know the sum of all these numbers, then you can find arithmetic mean. Arithmetic mean is nothing but it is denoted by x bar, your normal mean. It is summation of all the numbers, so x1 plus x2 plus x3 so on up to xn. Okay, it is summation of this upon n. This is the formula for mean according to statistics. Okay, so here we have got n is nothing but 51. Now you have to add all those numbers, that is 1 plus 2 plus 3. So instead of doing this way, what we can do, we can use a simple formula, that is what n summation can be found out using summation of these numbers can be found out. Let us label it as a. So if we denote this by a, that is the summation, it will be a upon n, correct? The formula of a mean will be a upon n. So summation of a is equal to, the formula is n into bracket n plus 1 upon 2. Okay, so we can use this formula to find the sum of all the digits, integers. So here n is how much? 51. 51, n plus 1 will be 51 plus 1, that is 52 it will be. So 51 into 52 upon 2. Now those who are not from a mathematics background, let me tell you the trick to multiply 51 into 52. Okay, so let me tell the trick. 51 into 52, you can simply multiply them. If those students who don't know how to multiply without a calculator, just find out, you should know at least the tables from 2 to 10. So what you have to do is multiply these two first. Okay, that is 2 into 1 is 2. Then you can multiply 5 into 5, 25. Okay, and there are total 2 plus 2, 4 digits. So 4 blanks you should place here. So first 2 into 2 we have written here 2. 5 into 5, 25. There is a blank space which I have left here. Let it be blank. Then next is crisscross the multiplication. That is 5 into 5, I have written here 5. 2 into 5 is 10. Okay, crisscross them and add them. It comes out to be 15. 10 plus 5 is 15. Correct? So you will simply write here 15 below the digits which we have shown and add them. Simple addition I think everyone knows, because we all have postgraduate, we all are postgraduate, so simple addition everyone must be knowing, I believe. 5 plus 1 is 6 and this is 2, so simply add them. Okay, so this is the sum multiplication of 51 into 52. Simple multiplication also you can do, or you can use this trick. So this is how you will be getting the multiplication, that is 2652. Now you have to simply divide it by 2 and the answer comes out to be 1326. Okay, 1326. Now let us begin with our arithmetic mean. What is arithmetic mean? It is summation. We have to find the mean. So x bar is equal to a is a, how much we have got? Summation of a is nothing but 1326 divided by 51. Okay, so if you divide them by 51, you will get 51 twos are and 51 sixes are, so that is 26. So your answer, that is mean, is 26. Since option C is the correct option. So this way you have to solve. So in the next question they've asked, if 10 is to m is the positive integer, divide the product of integers from 101 to 151. Then the maximum value of m is dash. So first of all we should find the product of integers from 101 to 151. So let us begin with this. Okay, what they ask us. So let us consider that let capital A, that is our product, which is, let us say A is the product of 101 into 102 into 103 up till how much you have to multiply? 151. Okay, therefore what they have said, whatever is the product we are dividing by 10 raised to m. So let us say it will become a, because a is what? Multiplication of all this divided by 10 raised to m. Okay, this is what they want. Now while doing this, we don't know, we have to find out the m value. Now we know that 10 can be factorized as, let us say therefore 10, what are the because when we are going to divide it by 10 raised to m, means it should be, let us find the factors of 10. 10 can have the factors 2 into 5. Okay, so therefore 10 raised to m will be what? 2 into 5 raised to m. Correct? We are trying to simplify this question. So let us find how many times 2 and 5 appears in this product. Okay, what we will be finding? We'll find how many times 2 and 5 appear in the product. Appear in product A. Product A. Okay, so let us count 2's in 5. We will be counting what? First of all, what you'll do? Count 2's in 151 factorial and even 100 factorial. You know what is factorial. Okay, so power of prime number, that is, let us denote it by small p, is nothing but n factorial, which is given as n upon p plus n upon p square plus n upon p cube plus so on. So this is how you can find the factorial of n, any number, in terms of prime. So here the prime is 2 and 5. The prime factors are, here prime factors are we have 2 and 5 are the prime factors for us. Okay, so using this formula we can find out the primes for, or factorials for 151 and 100. Okay, for 2's. So let us find for 2's. 151 factorial will be what? It will be 151 upon 2 plus 151 upon 2 square will be, because using this formula it is square, then cube and so on. So it is 151 upon 8 plus 151 upon 16 plus 151 upon 32 and so on. You can go on. So if you find out these after division, it comes out to be 75 plus 37 plus 18 plus 9 plus 4 plus 2 and plus 1 last, because last will be 151 upon 128. Okay, so this comes out to be 146. Now similarly, 2's in 100 you have to calculate. 2's in 100 will be 100 upon 2 plus 100 upon 2 square will be 4 plus 100 upon 2 cube will be 8 plus 100 upon 2 raised to 5 will be 16 plus 100 upon 2 raised to 5 will be 32 and 100 upon 2 raised to 7 will be 64. We cannot go further because it will be more than 100. The next number you will see, here also we took only 128 because next number will be more than 151, and here the next 2 raised to 8 will be more than 100. So we will stop here. Okay, factorial for 100 factorial will stop up to 64. So here it is 50 plus 100 divided by 24 is 25 plus 100 divided by 8 is 12 plus 6 plus 3 plus 1. Okay, even though it comes in fraction, we will be taking it as a round number, and this comes out to be 97. This comes out to be 97. Now what we will be doing to find 2's in the product, they are how much? You will find 146 minus 97. So approximately they are 49 2's in product. 2's in product. Okay. Similarly, we have to find 5's. 5's in 151 and 100. In the similar fashion, if you do it for 51 factorial and 100 factorial, we get the numbers are 37 and 24. In the same fashion, what we have done here, in the same fashion we will be doing for 151 and 100. So it comes out to be 37 and 24. Now if you subtract 37 minus 24, it comes out to be, you can try it in your notebook, it comes to be 13. So there are 5's, how many are there? 13 are there. Okay, and 2's were 49. Now out of these, if you find, they've asked us the maximum value of what our, so there are two values we are getting, two values of M are 49 and 13. Now in the option 49 is not given, 13 is there, so our option is 13. Okay, so our option is 13, means what you will be getting, 10 raised to M is equal to 10 raised to 13. So if you divide your product of A, whatever we have written in the beginning, if you divide it by 10 raised to 13, we will be getting the max whatever they've asked in the question. So M is 13 here. This way we have to solve it. Now this part you can solve it in your notebook and see. Okay, this part which I have written in the same fashion, like it will be 151 in divided by 5 plus 151 divided by 5 square is 25, and so on. You can go on and you will find you get the answer 37. Okay, try it in your notebook. So our answer, today's answer for M is nothing but 13. This is your correct answer for this question. Now the next question is, among the three numbers, they have given us three numbers. What are those three numbers? They are given in terms of x, y and z. Okay, so x is a big number, y and z is also given. These are the numbers they are given. Which number are divisible by 18? So we have to find out whether x is divisible by 18, y is divisible by 18, or z is divisible by 18. Now for this, there is one thing we have to do. We have to, in the previous question we saw that we took the factorial of 10, 2 into 5. Similarly here also we have to take the factorial of 18 and see. So how it has to be done? First thing what you have to do is check the divisibility of 18. Now 18 factors are what? 2 and 9. So 2 and 9 are the factors of 18. Now first thing what we have to check is, we will be checking whether it is divisible by 2 and then by 9. Now let us write all the numbers x, y, z. Okay, what we have done here, we have written x value, y value and z value which they have given in the question. Now if you, how to check them, don't keep on dividing, just find out the last digit. Now in the x, whatever is the number given to us, the last digit is 1, and we know, we have learnt in our school days that if the last digit is 1, it cannot be divisible by 2. So this number is not divisible by 2. Similarly for y, the last digit is 8, so it is divisible by 8 is divisible by 2. Correct? Similarly here also the last digit is 8, so 8 is divisible by 2. So these two numbers, that is y and z, are divisible by 2. Okay, so one thing we have got, that y and z are divisible by 2. Now let us see whether they are divisible by 9 or not. So first thing what we'll do, we'll try to find this number whether the whole number x is divisible by 2. Now for that what we'll be doing, we'll sum of their digits, we will try to find out. We'll add them up and try to find whether it is divisible by 2. Now you have to add everything. 1 plus 8 plus 8 plus 1 plus 8, and see, I've written on the screen, and in such way you will find out that the number comes out to be 54. Okay, and 54 is divisible by 9. Yes or no? So 54 is divisible by 9. So our x is divisible by, x number is divisible by 9. Okay, now next one is, next let us do in a similar fashion for y and z. So I have done it on the screen, you can see. Even if you take addition of all y digits which they have given in the number, it comes out to be 54. Again 54 is divisible by 9, so y number is again, y is also divisible by 9. Okay, now z also, it is divisible by 9 because again it comes out to be 54. So 9, that means what, your x, y, z, all three digits x, y and z all are divisible by 9, but only y and z is divisible by 2. And what we have said in the beginning, if we want it divisible by 18, it should be divisible by both 2 and 9. So among this, if you see which are the numbers which can be divisible by both, that is only x, y and z. Okay, y and z, these are the two numbers which are divisible by both, that is 9 and 2. That means what, your option B is the correct option. Option B is the correct option, that is y and z. This way we have to solve these numericals. Okay, so let us go to the next one. Next one is, a person was working to transfer bricks from a place x to y, where distance between x and y is 200 meters. At a time, a person was carrying 15 bricks. Okay, so let us jot down this in the form of a diagram. What they are saying, a person was working to transfer bricks from x to y place. Suppose this is x place and this is y place. Okay, and the distance between x and y, they are saying the distance between x and y is 200 meters. 200 meters. Now at a time from x to y, when the person is going from here to here, he can carry only how many bricks? He can carry 15 bricks. So this is my diagrammatical representation. Starting from place x, after traveling 5.5 meters while working, how many bricks will he shift to the place Y by a person. So we have to calculate if he is traveling 5.5 kilometers, okay, and whatever they have given in meters. So we have to first convert 5.5 kilometers into meters, and at a time he is traveling 200 meters and he is carrying how many bricks? He is carrying only 15 bricks. Now 5.5 kilometers total he has to travel. So 5.5 kilometers will be equal to, in meters it will be 5.5 into 1000, because 1 kilometer is 1000 meter, means we will get 5500 meters. So total he has to travel 55 meters. Okay, so let us see how we are going to solve this now. I think this is clear. These basic things what they have given, I think this is clear to you, that total he has to travel 5500 meters. Now let us see what we can, we can do it. I have shown you the diagrammatic representation. Now this is how the distance traveled between x and y is 200 meters. Person carries 15 bricks at a time, as I have shown you, and total distance calculated walked by the person is 5500 meters. Okay, now next thing is what, in each trip from x to y, a person, let me show it here. Suppose this is the, okay, one sec, this is your x and this is your y. So we had drawn this, and there is 200 meters, correct? So in each trip he covers this much distance, that is 200 meters, from x distance till y distance. Okay, and he comes back. So to and fro, he is, how many meters he is going forward while going 200 meters, backward. So total he is covering 400 meters. Okay, 400 meters. But out of 400 meters, see students, like when he goes from here till here, he is carrying bricks, but coming back he is coming empty, correct? So only forward trip, that is he is transferring the bricks. Only forward trip he is transferring the bricks. While coming back he is coming empty hand. Yes or no? He is coming empty hand. So the bricks which are transferred will be how much? Only for total 15 bricks will be only calculated for 400 meters. Yes or no? And uh, we have to calculate for 5500 meters total we have to calculate. Now for 400 meters, if he is carrying 15 bricks, he is transferring for 5500 meters, how much? So basic simple calculation it is, for 400 meters if the person is carrying 15 bricks, then for 5500 meters how much? Cross multiply it. Okay, if you cross multiply, you can see that it comes out to be 13 trips. How much it will be? If you cross multiply that, you will find that it comes out to be 13 bricks. So I'll just rub it out from here. So it comes out to be 13 trips. Okay, so basically he has to complete full 13 trips. Now let us see 400 meter into 13 trips. Whatever to and fro 400 meters is traveling, and 13 trips he will be doing. So total distance covered will be how much? Total distance covered in 13 trips is nothing but 5200. But they have said that he starting from x after traveling 5.5 kilometers, okay, means he is traveling more. That means from 5500 meters he has only covered 5200 meters in 13 trips. That means still 300 meters are left out. Now, so in remaining 300 meter, person can travel still one more trip, that is forward trip. He can go forward he can go 200 meters still out of 300 meter. Okay, and while going forward trip he can carry still 15 bricks, more bricks. Okay, so that is means total trips will be, that means 14. See, 13 trips plus one more time he has gone with 15 bricks. So total trips he will be going in 5,500 meters is 14 trips he will be doing. Okay, so 13 trips, full trips plus one more trip he can travel, that is 14 trips he travels with 15 bricks. Every time he is carrying how many? 15 bricks. So if you multiply them, 14 trips into 15 bricks, it comes out to be 210. So our correct option here is C. This way you have to calculate it. The correct option is C. Okay, so I'll just write it down. Correct option is our C. Followed? So this way you have to solve this such type of questions. I know it will take time because I am explaining you, but you have to do practice so that you can solve it without writing these statements. To make you understand, I have written the statements. Otherwise, graphically I could have drawn it and I could have shown the calculations. So you have to do in the same way. Don't write all this sentence. You have to direct do it graphically, represent it graphically and calculate it. Next one is, there are 64 deers in a forest in the present year. So present year they have given us that there are 64 deer. If xn denotes the number of deer in the forest in year nth year. So they have given us some formula. The formula is xn is equal to 3 by 2 x into bracket n minus 1. So nth year these many deers are there, they are saying. And what is n? N they are saying there are 1, 2, 3 and that is 5th year. So we have to calculate the deer in 5th year. How many deers are there in 5th year? Okay. So let us calculate. So simple thing is in the present year, that is present year, let us consider it is 0th year. 64 deers are there and they have given us the formula. The formula is 3 by 2 x into bracket n minus 1. So for nth number we have to calculate. Now step by step we'll calculate using this formula. Using this formula, for each year we have to calculate it for one by one. Okay, so for first year let us calculate. First year it will be using this formula. If you put n is equal to 1 in the formula, okay, x is how much? X is 64. So if you calculate this, you will find for 1, let me write here so that I'll make you understand. Xn is equal to what? 3 by 2 x into bracket n minus 1, correct? And 3 by 2 x is nothing but your x into n is 1 minus 1, it will be 0. So it will be 3 by 2 x of 0th year and x by 0th is 64, correct? So it will be 3 by 2 into 64 and it comes out to be 96. I've shown here, the calculations are shown here. So it is 96. Only for you to make you understand how it has been done, I've shown. So the first year, that is when n is equal to 1, it is 96 deer are there in the forest. Now similarly we have to find for second year. Okay, I've done the calculation for second year and for second year it comes out to be how much? 144. Similar way you can calculate for the third year, fourth year and you can do for the fifth year also. So for calculating for fifth year you have to calculate for third year as well as fourth year. Otherwise you will not be able to calculate the fifth year. Okay. So this is your homework. Calculate for third and you can do it in your paper. Calculate for third and fourth year Now for once you get the year for 4th year, you can calculate for 5th year, because for this formula you require x of 4, 4th year, and x of 4th year is 324. So when you multiply them and calculate the years in 5th year, it comes out to be 486. So the correct option is B, that is 486. Okay, so this is how already the formula was given to you. You just had to substitute the values and get the answer. Now the next one is, which of the following conclusions is or are valid based on the statement given below? So let us first read the statement. Statement 1 says some tigers are goats. Okay, what they are saying, suppose this is tiger. So out of these tigers, some are goat. So I'll just write down. Okay, so there are few tigers which are goat. That is this part they are saying. Okay, now next statement says that all political leaders are intelligent. So this can be shown by such diagram. Suppose this is all political leaders, and they are saying all political leaders are intelligent. Okay, so whatever are the political leaders, they all are intelligent. So let us say this is for bigger circle indicates intelligent. Now let us draw one more circle. Now this inner circle which I have drawn and I am marking here, inner circle indicates they are what? Political leaders. Now as they say all political leaders, let me draw the political leaders by red circle. So this red circle indicates all political leaders. Now they are saying all political leaders are intelligent. So I have drawn in the intelligent circle. Okay. Now what is the conclusion? Some goats are not tigers. Some goats are not tiger. But they are saying some tigers are goat. So we don't know whether these are tigers or not. Okay. Some goats are not tiger. We don't know whether they are not tigers or something else. So first conclusion, we cannot surely say that this can happen. Okay. Now next is conclusion is what? Some political leaders are intelligent. Now as all political leaders are intelligent, so out of this some will be intelligent. Yes, some will be intelligent. As they already said, all political leaders are intelligent. So according to this, whatever code, only second option is correct. That is only 2 will be the correct option. Okay, this way you have to solve this. Now next one is 27. Some buses are standing facing the bus stand. So next question is what? There is a bus stand which I have shown here with a black line. Okay, so they let us say, first let me show the buses. Now first statement what they are saying, Thane bus was ahead Nasik bus. So it is this way. Thane bus is ahead Nasik bus. Suppose this. The next is what? Amravati, which is ahead Jalgaon bus. So what they are saying, Thane bus is ahead Nasik bus. Correct. Thane bus is ahead Nasik bus. And which is ahead of Jalgaon bus, means which is ahead means Nasik bus is ahead Jalgaon bus, which I have shown here diagrammatically. The next is Amravati bus is behind Dhule. So Amravati bus is behind Dhule. Correct. It is behind Dhule, but ahead of Thane bus. So what they are saying, even though Amravati bus is behind Dhule, it is ahead of Thane bus. So it is like this. Okay, Amravati bus is standing ahead of Thane. So all the things which are given in the statement, I have shown it in the diagrammatic way. What you can do in the paper, you can just write T, N, N, J. Okay, you can use the short forms like this, A, T, whatever is the given statement, you can write them in a short form. Okay, no need to draw such buses there and write the full name. That will save your time. So let us now rearrange these all buses in one line. Okay, first thing we'll start with the first sentence because they've said Thane bus is ahead Nasik. So let us take Thane bus and Nasik bus. Okay, now we know that behind Nasik who is there? In our first, whatever we have shown here, it is Jalgaon. So let us write Jalgaon behind Nasik bus. Then what they are saying? Above Thane, from this diagram, there is Amravati. Thane, above there is Amravati bus. So write down Amravati bus, and above Amravati bus who is there? Dhule. So we'll put Dhule here. Now what they have asked us, which is the second last bus from behind? Now second last bus from behind, we arranged all the buses on the bus stand. If this is the bus stand, and they are facing the bus stand, they are saying. So the second last is our this Nasik. Nasik is the second last bus. So option what? Option C is the correct option. Option C is the correct option. Okay. Let us go to the next one. In the code language, if JKLM is coded as OSVX. So basically such type of questions are asked in set exams where whenever you see such code language, what you have to do is you have to write down ABCD till Z. Okay, that I've shown here. ABCD up to Z you have to write all the alphabets. Now what they are saying, I've shown here with the red, JKLM. JKLM is coded with what? OSVX, which I've shown with the green color. Okay, so these two things they have for JKLM, they have coded it as OSVX, which I've shown with the green color. Now what we have to do, DEGFG is coded in the same way. Now these are the letters which they are asking us to code it. Now how to do such type of questions? J, if it is coded as O, K is coded as S, then from O to S, how many letters are there? O to S, if you see, there is 3 difference, then S is there. Then from S to T, next letter, there are difference of 2 letters, then V is there. Then there is 1 letter difference, and then X is there. Now same code we are going to use for our DEGH. Now if you say JKLM, there is a gap of 1 letter. Okay, so now what we have to do, DEGFG, we have to again have difference of 1 letter, and we will be starting from what? So D will represent I, and if you see here, option for I are only 2, that is A option and I option, that is D option. That means C option and B option is out of question. You have to cut off them. These two are not the right answer. The right answer is only between A and D. Now next letter is what? E. Now from what was our option here? I. Then there will be difference of 3, and then the next letter will be there. So after I, let us leave 3 lines. 1, 2, 3. So our next letter will be M. Okay, so if you see in the option, M is only in D. So according to this decoding, D is my correct option. D is my correct option because here it is L. So I don't need to go for next decoding also. You can stop here. But let us solve it further. Let us solve it further. It is gap of 2. After M, gap of 2 means N and O I have to leave, and next letter will be my P. Then gap of 1. After P, I'll leave 1 gap. It is R. So if you see that, it is IMPR. So IMPR, that is D option. Correct? In such way you have to solve this question, decoding questions of alphabets. Now let us see the next one. In the code language, DAC means 635. Now again you have to write alphabets ABCD. Okay, I have shown it on the screen, ABCD. Now what does D indicates? D indicates 6. Let me write here. What does D indicates? It is 6. And what does A indicate? A is indicating 3. And what does C indicates? It is 5. So if I am decoding here the alphabets, now if you see it is 3, maybe B should be 4. So it is 3, 4, 5, 6. This should be 7, 8, 9, 10 and so on. Now what we have to code for E, G, F, E, G, we have to code for this. F, E, G. Now what is F? F, E, G can be written as F, E, G. So let us take the letters. For F it is 8, E it is 7 and G it is 9. So my number is what? 879. That is option. Option A is my correct option. Okay students. So this way you can do the coding and decoding, and at least for Set exams they ask 2 questions based on this, which are very easy. Within fraction of second we can solve them. Only thing is you require the practice. So the last question of this part 2, April 2024. While facing south, Virat walks 15 meters and then turns right. Okay, so you go through this question, read the question. For such type of direction questions, you should know the north direction and south direction, east west direction. So always on paper we can show the direction as the upward arrow shows north direction, south we know that, then right hand side is east and left hand side is west. So I think everyone is clear, should know this north. Okay, right hand side is always east side on the paper and left hand side is west. So these are the directions of north, south, east, west. Okay, now let us read one by one the questions which is given. Virat walks 15 meters, okay, while facing south. So a person is standing here. Let us say he is Virat and he is facing south. That means this direction. This is your south, north, east and west. Okay, so Virat is facing this direction. Now how many meters he is going? 15 meters. So let us show 15 meters. So this is 15 meters he is walking south direction. Then he turns right. Now if you stand in the same fashion how Virat is standing towards south, right hand side where it will be? It will be this way. Okay, and how many meters he is going? 10 meters. 10 meters. Then he will turn right and walk 15 meters. Again, when he is walking this way, right hand side will be upward direction. Upward direction 15 meters. Okay, then he turns left. Now while walking upward direction, left will be this side. Okay, so that is how much he is walking, 15 meters. Again 15 meters. Now what they are saying, which direction is he facing now? Now when he is going this direction, 15 meters, okay, this way, which direction it is? It is west. Okay, so options here you can see only one option is there of west, that is B. And let us see our option, it is correct or not, because they have given for west direction 25 meters. So here 10 plus 15, total distance covered by Virat from this place to here up till here will be how much? 10 meters, and here it is 15. So total distance covered by him will be 25 meters. Okay, 25 meters is the total distance covered by Virat. So this way we can calculate the given data using graphical representation and we can solve it that Virat is facing west and has covered 25 meters. So our option B is the correct option from the starting point. Okay. So if you like the explanation, do like, share the video with your friends who are going to appear for Set exam, and do like the channel, subscribe the channel, ask your friends to subscribe the channel. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned with Chem-O-Notes for more such videos. We are preparing you for the Set exam, and you can find more videos. The link is also you can see on the screen, where I've solved March paper 2023 in 3 parts. Similarly, April paper 1, part 1, part 2 and part 3 you can find in the description. The link is given. Please share, like and hit the bell button, and do comment below which more topics you want me to cover. Okay. So if you give the comments, it will inspire me to make more videos, such videos. Till then, happy learning. Bye.